Hello guys, my name is Martin Vizcaíno, and today guys, we are in a final video, in a very, I repeat, very important video, I think, for this channel, because this is the last episode of a series that I've been really liked and loved, because it's like, I don't like it like, like a series of Netflix or something like that. I like it because it shows you part of the history of Islam in a very awesome way, in a very interesting way, like in a series, like it's very entertaining, and I like a lot this series because it has like a very accurate music, a very accurate everything, I really like it a lot. So today guys, we're going to react The Devil's Jealousy, The Fall of Satan, The Merciful Servant. Okay, I'm not sure the Merciful Servant is. I think it's the YouTube channel, yeah? I'm watching the video, but I'm not exactly sure the name of the YouTube channel, Okay guys, so are you ready to come with me and finish this series once and for all? Because I think this is the 4th episode. Yeah, because I think we already saw like three episodes, and like this being the 4th, I think is the final. To make a fast resume, guys, in this series talk you about the creation of the devil. Talks you about how the devil rebelled to God, how the devil speaks directly to God. It's like something very important in this series, because imagine being able to talk directly to God and defy him. Like he was, of course, Iblees is a devil, but come on, talking directly to God, that's another level, man. And also talks you about the creation of Adam and Eve, how how the human being was very different and very powerful in knowledge compared to the angels of Allah, and how and then how the devil refused, how Iblees refused to bow against, in favor of Jesus, in favor of Adam, like that part was very deep, in the last video. I think it was that how Iblees rebelled on God and on Allah, and was against him and talked directly to him in a very disrespectful way. Imagine disrespecting God, like a lot of people does it, a lot of stupid people, sorry for the word, but like saying some bad things about God is like, you're being foolish, you're not thinking well. Like insulting him is a very bad idea. So guys, today we are in the last video, so I really want to know what is going to happen at the end. So let's continue. Well, let's start with the video.
Iblees feels that the position Allah has given to this creation, he should have had that position. And what he had given Adam a.s. in the open statement was that he's going to make him his Khalifa, which is that he's going to give him the reins of the earth, which would mean that from now until whenever Allah decides, this creature is going to become the one that has the greatest influence on the earth. And as we know today, we have got the greatest influence.
Yeah, that was one part I forgot to mention. One of the reasons Iblees didn't really bow in favor of Adam, it was because, like Iblees, if I remember well, was a jinn, if I remember well, and he was, he was one of the ones that live on earth. They were on the earth, and then he was the only one of jinns to really be with God in a certain moment, because he started to be following God orders, worship for God, worship for Allah, So in a moment he really thought that when God was going to make the new influencer of the earth, the new person or entity in charge of the earth, was going to be Iblees itself. He was really sure of that. He was like, okay, that's my moment, he's going to say my name, I'm going to be the leader of the earth, okay, ha ha ha, and be happy, and Iblees was going to be very happy. But the truth that wasn't. The truth was the really person that was going to be in charge of the earth was going to be in general the human beings, you know. At the beginning Adam, you know, it's like obviously, but imagine being a jinn, you know, and you make all your worship for God, and after that they tell you like, no, the earth is for Adam. It's my new creation. Here is Adam, Iblees. It's like something very curious to think, you know, like if you start to imagine it, it's very curious. So that's the reason. That's how Iblees was against the Allah orders, God orders. So let's continue now that this point cleared.
Jinns have got an influence on this earth, but they're nowhere near us in terms of their influence. We're a lot more smarter and intelligent than them, though they are a lot more faster than us in terms of traveling. They have longer lives than us. They're invisible, whereas we're visible. But overall, we score a lot better than them. Now, what was going on in Iblis is that he has made so much effort over this time, and suddenly he sees that Adam alayhi salam is the one that gets everything, or a lot of things he's got without him even making an effort. It's just like Allah's just gifted him. Now this is when jealousy really comes into play a lot. When a person sees that, you know what, this guy suddenly just comes up and he's just suddenly got all this. Why? You know, one of the ayats of the Quran says, you know, yahabu liman yasha. Allah can give to whoever he wants. Or yarhamu man yasha. Allah can have his mercy on whoever he wants. So yaghfiru liman yasha. Allah can forgive whoever he wants. So when Allah has said this, who are you, Iblis, to try and tell God who is greater than who? Allah Azza wa Jalla then says, Ya Iblis.
Oh
Iblis. Malak, what's wrong with you? Allah tasjuda id amartuk. What's wrong with you that when I ordered you to bow down, you didn't bow down? Now here in each of the situations, he gives his reply, and his reply is quite rude, to say the least. Iblis not only gave reasoning to why he thought he was greater, but he first asked Allah for respite, and he asked Allah for some extra time. He says, لَإِنْ أَخَّرْتَنِي إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. Would you allow me, O God, to live till the day of judgment? Now of course God, or Allah Azza wa Jal, he knew what his intention was. So Iblis first sought from Allah, give me time till the day of judgment. Allah said, okay, إِلَى يَوْمِ, until the day that they are resurrected, or until the day of judgment, I've given you this time to live. So now that Iblis got this word from God, because he knows that Allah will not go against his word. Now that he got this word from Allah, he then turns around in a rude manner and he says to Allah, he says several things. One of the things he says is that لَأَحْتَنِكَنَّ ذُرِّيَّتَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. He says, I am going to be the leader of taking all of his progeny, his children, all of Adam's children to the fire. He says, min bayni aydihim, I'm going to come from in front of them. Wa min khalfihim, I'm going to come from behind them. Wa an aymanihim, I'm going to come from their right side. Wa an shimalihim, I'm going to come from their left side. Wa la tajidu aktharahum shakirin. You're not going to find most of them grateful to you. I am going to lead his progeny towards hellfire.
قال إنك من المنظرين قال فبما غويتني لأقعدن لهم صراطك المستقيم ثم لآتينهم من بين أيديهم ومن خلفهم ثم لآتينهم من بين أيديهم ومن خلفهم وعن أيمانهم وعن شمائلهم ولا تجد أكثرهم شاكرين قال اخرج منها مذءوما مدحورا لمن تبعك منهم لأملأن جهنم منكم أجمعين.
Come on, guys. Sorry for the laugh. It's not something to take in like as a joke, but I only saw the part that says the next part, inshallah. I think there is another video. I'm not sure of that. Like, if this is the end, I don't want this to be the end because I want to see more of this type of explanations. But it looks like this is the end, or that is the next part. I'm not sure when this ends, really. For me, it can last forever, you know, I really like to do this. But, okay, guys, so, first of all, I'm going to say what I think, you know, like, for ending this video, is that, wow, imagine that, you know, like, he asked for God to give him the life until the day of judgment, but he knew what he was doing, you know. Iblees knew what he was doing because he knew he was then going to give the back to Allah, you know. He was like, oh, this is my plan, this is my evil plan, you know. I want to know, like, so Allah couldn't predict him? Like, Allah can't predict things? Or in that case, Allah did know that, but even though he didn't matter and he equally do it, you know, like he knew how to predict time, or he don't know. Like I will that's a question I ask me a lot, like Allah can predict time or can't predict time, you know. And in a certain way, Allah can make that the people or the genes that go against him go in favor of him. Like he can, but he doesn't want to, or he can't. This is a question. I don't want to sound respectful, but probably he can do everything. But I want you to explain me more in the comments, you know, to be more clear. So guys, and the part of the video that Iblees said, like, okay, now you give me this power, now you take me off the earth, now I'm going to make all your sons go to the hell. I'm going to all of them suffer, you know. And that was a part that at the end, at least with all the images, the reciting, it felt very, very hard, you know, very hard. It made me feel weird, you know, like talking about the things of the devil and thinking that the devil only wants to make you all these type of things bad because he didn't have the earth is so horrible, you know. But well, guys, hope you like this video. I don't want to sound pessimist or sad, you know. We need to continue with the life. So thank you guys. I hope you like this video. Please tell me something in the comments and subscribe. See you guys.